Welcome to Glory Glory Salford City. This is a FIFA 21 career mode where I can only use past and present Manchester United Academy players. The main goal of the series is to bring Salford City all the way to the Premier League and hopefully win it. I'll have to follow certain rules during this career, so make sure to pause the video to see them. Here's the list of players that I can sign. If I'm missing anyone, please let me know in the comments. Salford already has a couple of past United players, which is a huge benefit for myself. In the first window I signed 3 players. We got Matty Willock for 450,000, Sean Goss for 1 million and Ezekiel Friars for $500,000. This is what the team will look like before the season starts. We have 6 academy players, which includes our new signings as well as Wilson, Gibson and Deschamps Bernard, but he won't count towards the limit as he's only a loan. In this episode we'll be looking at the league standings in January and a brand new signing we made during the window. After 22 games we sit top of League 2 with 50 points. We've also progressed into the final of the Papa John's Trophy where we'll play FC Wimbledon. During the mid-season window we made Deschamps Bernard a permanent transfer, meaning he now counts towards the number of United Academy players we now have. In this episode we'll be playing the Papa John's final and seeing if we can get a wildcard signing by winning it. After winning our first trophy, we can now make our first wildcard signing, meaning we can sign any former United player within our budget. This episode we'll be looking at our final standings in League 2 and how our team looks after a full season. After 46 games we finished on 92 points, meaning we leave League 2 as champions, giving us another wildcard signing to help us in League 1. Here's how the team looks by the end of the season. Our highest rated player is Hicks, who came from our youth squad, but should he count towards the limit of Man United Academy players we're required to have? Our highest United Academy player is Sean Goss, who's 69 overall. Who should we bring in to help us win League 1 and get us a step closer to the Premier League? In this episode we'll be looking at our new signings to help us win League 1 and how the team will look before the season starts. We signed former United Academy player Donald Love on a permanent transfer for 1.1 million. He will count towards the required number of Academy players, which is 6 in the starting 11 in League 1. We also brought in Chalobah on loan from Chelsea in order to shore up our defensive midfield. This is how the team looks for the new season. We have 6 Academy players in the starting lineup. These are Wilson, Goss, Willock, Friars, Bernard and the new signing Love. This episode we'll be looking at our standings in the league and all cup competitions. After 27 games we sit top of the table with 71 points and we're currently undefeated. We were knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Arsenal in the 3rd round. It was the same in the FA Cup, a 3rd round exit thanks to Millwall. But we have reached the Papa John's final for the 2nd season in a row. Hopefully we can win it again, allowing us the opportunity to make another wildcard signing. In this episode we'll be playing the Papa John's final and hoping we can win it for a 2nd time. After winning the Papa John's Trophy for a 2nd time, we now have another wildcard signing, meaning we can potentially bring in 4 wildcard signings to help us in the Championship. In this episode we'll be looking at our standings in League 1. After 46 games we finished top of League 1 on 111 points, meaning we leave League 1 as champions. We now move into the Championship where we need to have a minimum of 8 former United players in the starting lineup. To see the full rules and list of players that I can sign, join my Discord. They're under the FIFA channel. In this episode we'll be looking at our 5 new signings to help us compete in the Championship. Our first signing is Nick Powell, who's also our first wildcard signing. He was brought in on a free transfer. Also brought in on a free transfer is Reece Devine, our new left back. Our third is Oliver Norwood, brought in for 2 million from Sheffield United. Our fourth signing is Mengi, brought in for 4.5 million. And finally, our 5th and most important signing, James Garner, brought in for 10 million and is going to be our main DM for the rest of the series. We now have 10 Academy players in our lineup. This includes Nick Powell and Hicks, as wildcards and our own Academy players count towards the limit. In this episode, we'll be looking at our league standings in January and how we're doing in our cup runs. After 27 games, we sit 2nd in the table on 62 points. Brighton lead by 4 points. In the Carabao Cup, we lost 4-0 to Aston Villa in the quarterfinals. In the FA Cup, we were knocked out by another Premier League team, a 4-2 loss to West Ham. All that matters now is we get to the Premier League. In this episode, we'll be looking at our final league standings in the Championship and how our team looks after the season. After 46 games, we finished top of the table on 108 points, meaning we leave the Championship as champions and progress to the Premier League. We also get another wildcard signing. This is how the team looks at the end of the season. We have 10 Academy players in our starting lineup and Hicks remains our highest rated player. In this episode, we'll be looking at our new signings and how our first season went in the Premier League. We brought in 5 new signings, the first being Ethan Laird, who we got on a free transfer. The second player we brought in is Robbie Brady from Hoffenheim. The next player is a big upgrade for us, Sam Johnston, our new starting goalkeeper. As cover to Johnston, we brought in Joel Pereira from Man United. And finally, our last and most important signing so far in the series, Wilfred Zaha, who will be our main striker for the season. This is how the team will look for the season. We now have a full 11 of Academy players and wildcard signings. To see the full rules for the series, join my Discord, links in my bio. After a full season in the Prem, we finished on 55 points and ended the season in 9th place. We were knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Wolves in the 2nd round, but we have the opportunity to win silverware as we're in the final of the FA Cup against Man City. In this episode, we'll be looking at how we got on in the FA Cup final. Here's how we line up for the FA Cup final. Let's see how we got on. After winning the FA Cup, we've earned a place in the Community Shield where we'll play Manchester United. We'll also look at the highlights for this game as well. Here's how we line up for the Community Shield. Unfortunately, we lost to a great United side, but our team has come on leaps and bounds since League 2. In this episode, we're looking at how we got on our second season of Premier League football. We weren't given a huge transfer budget, so we could only bring in one new signing, but it was a good one. Our new striker for the season is none other than Memphis Depay. In the Premier League, we finished in 4th place on 72 points, meaning we'll have Champions League football next season. Depay also finished top goal scorer in the Prem with 23 goals. In the FA Cup, we were handed a 3rd round exit by Liverpool, while in the Europa League, we got to the quarter-finals where we lost to PSG. In this episode, we'll be looking at how we got on in our 3rd season of Premier League football and how we did in the Champions League. We were able to bring in 5 new signings for the season. Our first signing was Brandon Williams, who cost us 44.5 million. Our second signing was Scott McTominay for 60 million. We brought in 2 wildcard signings. These were Daniel James for 30 million and Martial for 65 million. Our final signing was Chong, who gives us cover on the wing. In the Premier League, we finished as champions with 84 points, meaning we achieved the goal of the series. But can we do one better? As we reached the Champions League final after beating Barcelona on away goals. We'll be facing Atletico Madrid in the Champions League final. Here's how the team will look for the final. After winning the Champions League final, we have reached the end of the series. This won't be the end of the FIFA content. I will have more career mode videos and a new Pro Club series on FIFA 22. If you have any suggestions for a career mode, leave a comment saying your idea. For the Pro Club series, be sure to join my Discord to find out when I'll be playing.